What's up? Welcome back. Another episode of Turn Up the Mic. I'm Chris. To my right, I got Roy.
In the building. What's up, everyone? How
We're
are we doing today?
one guest shy today. No guests today. Just us chilling.
Yeah, chilling. Have some good topics to go over. How's your week, man?
Pretty good. A little busy. How's yours?
Pretty good, man. You did a lot of music listening this week.
Yeah, there was a lot of like different vibes from everybody. Everybody had some type of Black Lives Matter type songs and stuff, and then you got the businesses chiming in and everything. So it's definitely been different.
It was weird for me this week because I didn't do a lot of like Spotify listening or anything. I did a lot of like vinyl plays. Like I listened to a lot of jazz this week. I don't know. I've been in like jazz and blues kind of mood.
Yeah. 6ix9ine and Nicki they dropped that collab. What'd you think about it? Did you like the song? Did Trolls? Did you listen to it?
Yeah, I listened to it. I'm not gonna lie. Like the first half was, I don't know, was it catchy or it kept me interested the first half.
Yeah.
And then when he got into that aggressiveness, that's when it was just like, no. So basically, when Nikki started her part and on, it was just a no.
You didn't like Nicki's verse?
Nah,
I thought she was rapping though.
I didn't like it.
Um,
Bro, that music video, bro, like, what is she doing?
I haven't seen the music video. You
You ever
sent it to me, but it didn't load. I don't know if it was like a hub link, but yeah, it didn't pull up a video or nothing.
Bro, like, she let it all out.
Really?
Like I wouldn't be surprised if her next tweet's like OnlyFans site.
Like, is Nicki like where is she? Where do you think she's at the point of her career? Do you think she's still able to like? Has she reached
I
her
saw a lot
ceiling?
of comments about the last couple of things she's done is just clout, like she's trying to stay relevant.
Yeah,
And her name can only do so much for so long. I feel like she's hurting her. I don't know, with legacy. I don't want to say that, but like hurting her reputation and you know what she can do. Like, how much does it make up? Like, even though she spits bars,
yeah.
but the type of music she owns or like the message of the bars and stuff, it doesn't, like, I don't care what you're spinning. It doesn't overshadow what you're doing.
I got you. It seems to me like she's reached that ceiling in her career, and I think she has that stigma of being hard to work with and having that like attitude associated with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then even with this song, I thought her verse was cool and she had bars or whatever, but she was still like taking shots at people.
Yeah.
Like, why are you?
It's not needed, especially since on your last diss, what was it, to Meek? Like, no one said anything back. Like, it's just like no one responded. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, it's
like she
wild.
wants clout. Like she wants to create hype on it. But I was surprised that a lot of Nicki fans just didn't approve of it. Like, I would think a lot of the fans out there just wouldn't say anything, but they were just saying like, "What are you doing, Nicki?"
Yeah, and I haven't really seen a lot of Nicki fans lately.
No,
not
stay
like
quiet.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I do like how she had a longer verse on here,
Yeah.
which is different. Usually she has like a quick list of bars and then she's out, but this one was more lengthy.
So one thing that it didn't confuse me, but watching the music video kind of gave me a different vibe than I guess listening.
Yeah,
because like when you listen to a collab, you don't expect that person to like rap, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the music video, she's in the music video since from the very, very beginning,
just hanging out in his
so
house.
like she's dancing the whole music video. So like I'm a half in the song, I'm like, is she gonna rap? Because her verse was actually towards like the later half.
Yeah, it was towards the end.
So in the music video, it's like, when are you gonna do something?
Yeah, it's weird.
Did you like the song overall?
I didn't. I'm like kind of reverse from you. I didn't like the beginning because it was like he was whispering, and I was like, "What is this?" I don't like it. But yeah, I like the song overall. It's not the best one out of the ones he's dropped, so I think he's trending in the opposite direction. So he had a big hit. The next one's like kind of a big, and then the last one I think isn't going to do that.
I mean, this is going to be a big hit. This did what, 30 mil in 24 hours, something like that.
I don't think it's going to be bigger than his first.
What was
his first?
I have no idea how many he did in the first time. I just know it was a lot, but 30 mil ain't nothing. That's a lot.
Yeah, but I still think he's trending down if he drops the third single, which I think is going to be obviously Locked Up.
Yeah,
he's working with Akon on that. You heard the little sample, right?
Yeah, I heard the little sample. But real quick, what do you feel about artists and like 6ix9ine, like staying in the same visual content on music videos? Like his music videos are all color, and it seems like you can put all his music videos together. It seems like the same place.
Well, you also got to take into account that he's on house arrest, so he only has so many bedrooms he
But
can
they can
use.
paint a different scenery. Like,
But what can you do? It's still gonna be like this boxy Diddy video, you know. He can't
bro,
really be that imaginative.
every R&B is at a house, you know, doing
I don't
something
know
in the
about all that.
bedroom. Like, this is
That's
just like
that's
it's
disgusting.
this is just it seems like the same music video just with different lyrics.
Well, yeah, it's in the same location, so I'm not really
He got
knocking him.
moved. It's not. Remember, he got
I'm
moved.
not. It's still a bedroom. It's not.
He got moved.
I'm not really knocking him on that, but I do
Even
like.
before, wasn't it just his music videos were like this colorful like that?
No,
And just
some of them were like in the streets where he had guns.
that
and
one where he's dancing.
I think, yeah, I don't know, but I like the colorful ones. They're very vivid. You know, you can watch that on the Vizio and have a good time. You know.
I'm just saying, like, just doesn't seem like there's much visual thought to creating the video.
Yeah.
It's color in him, girls dancing. That's what it is.
Yeah, well, you can't get no goons right now. Like, ain't no goons on a Wish you can purchase. Like, it takes a while to get into the
There'll be
country.
mini ones.
Yeah, get some little goons. What do you think about the locked up sample? Because they haven't dropped the full song, but what do you think about the whole thing?
I didn't like it, but I feel like it's gonna be a lot different when actually production everything comes around.
Is it though?
That's a great song. It's gonna suck if he ruins it. Um, I don't know. I didn't like it, but when it actually comes out, I think with everything it's gonna be different. Because when is 6ix9ine ever gonna sound good rapping not acapella, but without any type of effects? He's just his voice.
Yeah.
He's never gonna sound good like that.
I don't even think that's a good song sample for him though. I think
he was locked up.
Sure. I think
you understand it, like why it's gonna be locked up. They let me out.
Like where do you, because if you think about it, the first locked up song was more about criminals, like doing their time. This one is like, I'm locked up.
They let me out.
I got out. Like it's weird. It's a different direction.
It's like the part 2.
Yeah, and that's, I don't know. How do you feel about Akon being the one, like I guess first? I would say he's the first artist outside of Nicki to work with him.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say he's not relevant. It doesn't do anything.
I would say musically he's not really relevant.
No,
he
of course,
dropped anything.
I'm talking about musically.
Yeah.
The last thing he did, he dropped like a Spanish song like a year ago.
Like nobody's really checking for Akon. I don't think this really hurts his brand as much. I mean, people can be upset, but like, bro, he's not in
what they can do
anymore.
Boycott his concerts.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Not use his electricity? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I'm excited to hear that song and trash it because I think that's gonna be his first flop,
bro.
I don't think it's gonna be good. It's hard to make a classic a good song. Did you see Tory Lanez was mad that he got the sample before him?
Yeah, I saw that.
I think Tory Lanez would have did a better verse or better.
If we get rapping song. Tory, yeah.
I mean, even singing Tory, like, but you can't really sing on a locked up song. That's not the type of person you want to be singing. I'm locked up, you know, might be a bottom. I don't know. And then you got the Chloe and Halle Ungodly Hour album that released. What did you think about it?
It's a background album. There was nothing special about it. Like it played through some songs. I was like, all right, let's get to the next.
Yeah.
Definitely nothing went to a playlist. No replay value to actually like sit down and hear like headphones or like pay attention. It's one of those albums musically. You can play in the background.
Yeah,
that's about it. Nothing special about it. I saw a lot of hype about it, but I think the hype wasn't actually about how good the album was. It was just because they dropped an album.
Yeah, I didn't realize, like, I've heard their music before, and they're not bad, but yeah, it definitely sounds like an H&M album. Like if you're shopping in a clothing store like that, you would hear that song's going off there. But it didn't really have any songs where, like, when you're done with the album, you're like, oh, that one's in my head. I want to go listen to it again, you know?
Yeah.
So none of them really added to my playlist, but it was a decent album.
And to be fair, I've never really listened to them.
Yeah, I've listened to a few of them. I didn't even know that was them because I had to go back to their other albums, and I remembered it based off their like album cover.
Okay.
I did like their dynamic. They have kind of a vintage sound, kind of like a Janet Jackson a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
But they're not. It's not a terrible project. I gave it maybe a 6 because I'm not really gonna be checking for it again, and it's not a bad 6. You know, 6 out of 10.
I would agree on it because I think five and under means you shouldn't listen to it.
Yeah.
Definitely in something just like I said, have one in the kitchen while you're doing stuff.
And then I listened to a little bit of it. Lil Boosie dropped. I didn't tell you, but he dropped,
Did he?
yeah, in-house album. Like I haven't listened to a Boosie album since he came out of jail and got his voice deeper. I used to listen to high pitch Boosie, like the Wipe Me Down Boosie.
Yeah.
This one was different. I
He
had to
dropped
cut.
the voice.
Yeah, I had to cut it off. Like he doesn't sound like he's from Louisiana anymore to me. He has more of like a West Coast vibe to me, based on the songs that I heard. But I'm gonna definitely listen to it again when I get some time. But that's a
What's
good
the
album.
length of the album?
He has a lot of songs in there too. It's not like a samplet or nothing. I want to say he has like maybe 15 or more songs, give or take. But it was interesting. He dropped that one, and he dropped another one this year that I haven't really listened to either. But
I was talking to Jose and the producers here that
and the
I
producer,
haven't really
the
been like
disrespect.
besides like Run the Jewels in the last month or two, probably since the weekend. Have you been excited for any drops?
Not really.
And then I don't know if we're blaming quarantine for this. I just there hasn't been anything that really like, oh damn, I can't wait to listen to.
Yeah, yeah. But I definitely check out Boosie's album when I get some more time. I got to be in that mindset though. He's not really flash rapping. He dresses and has like the big diamonds and stuff. You would think he'd have like the what is it called, where you're just like flashy rapping. I forgot what we used to call it, but it's more of like his life or like real topics that he's talking about.
That might not be bad.
Yeah, it's not flex rap.
And
It's
then
more
what's the
of
name of the album? Do you remember?
in house.
In house.
Yeah, so I think it's more of like a quarantine album. But yeah, so that one was good. And then you have YK Osiris wanting to box Drake.
I was like, what is? I was like, what is that? I'm like, it has to be like
Random,
like,
right?
no, yeah, but I thought it was just like maybe someone in the comments, but literally there's pictures of them what
The
YK
screenshots where you text him.
DMing Drake.
Yeah.
I was like, why?
He was like, I'm trying to box you now. He was like, I'm just playing. You gonna beat the fuck out of me.
Like,
And Drake was like, at least you know your limits. Like, bro, who is this?
like Drake seems soft, but I think Drake would whoop him.
Yeah, Drake's gotten a little big now. Pause.
Yeah.
So I don't think Drake is to be played with in these streets.
Yeah.
But he's been like fighting everybody. He fought, I think, Blueface. Did you see that one?
No.
Blueface got him. I gave Blueface the W. Lil Uzi trying to give him the shimmy. Like everybody wants to smoke with him right now. I don't understand. He's just trying to fight everybody. I
Hey,
think
he has to create hype somehow.
he even called out Tory Lanez. I think Tory Lanez would beat him too.
Yeah. But was it Tory? Was it like a month or two ago where he dropped the video of him popping that dude like a foot taller than him in the barbershop?
Tory?
Yeah, remember it was in the
Yeah.
barbershop?
No,
And then yeah, because you're like, what's he doing in the barbershop? Guy, you remember that?
no, I gotta think about it. But yeah, damn. You get a little hair plugs, you get a little
Yeah.
bold, That's crazy. Yeah, I think Tory's like the Canadian Chris Brown. I pick him. I think he'd win. I think everybody win though.
Everybody.
I don't think he can fight like YK Osiris.
I don't know dude's stats, but he looks short.
Yeah, then there was a video of him shimmying outside a car. I'm
Mhm.
like, yeah, Uzi got it. Like, I don't think he can fight. But yeah. And then you got sports. There's a lot of athletes. They haven't done it yet, but they're talking about committing to black colleges. How do you feel about that?
I've only heard of that one, the one that's what he's the top 20.
Like prospect?
Yeah, top
Yeah.
20, but from like 2 years from now, 3 years from now.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I really think it is good. It's gonna take a while for the effect of it to actually happen, because one person will help the college,
Yeah.
immediately, but it's gonna take a lot more than that. It's gonna take multiple top talents committing, multiple top talents going, and honestly, I don't see why they wouldn't. For now, let me rephrase it for the top tier.
Yeah.
Because all they need is that one and done. That's all they need. They're basically, it's that transition to the NBA. So it would benefit the college, and they're still going to do. They're still at the end of the day, they're still going to be drafted.
Yeah, I think they have to be able to keep that same energy because it is 2 years away.
Mhm.
So it's easy to talk about it now. but to really go through with it, and then also being okay with the possibility of dropping in the draft, you know, because Shannon Sharp, I saw he went to Savannah State and he went in the 7th round, and he was saying if he would have went to like a bigger college, he probably would have went first round or second round.
Yeah, but it's a little different in the NBA than the NFL, because the NFL has, I don't know, 5 rounds or something. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot of rounds compared to the NBA, and then the NBA is pretty much, because the NBA, you really can show your talent by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like Shannon, he can only do so much when the quarterback passes, when he touches the ball.
Right.
When you're in the NBA, say he goes to that school, right? They give him the rock. He's gonna do what he wants, like, because he's not the ball. He can show up by himself.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, it's gonna take more than one person. But it's good. Like Zion, when he went to Duke, they said he was worth to Duke $5 million a year. That's how much they're making on him.
That's crazy. Like
Yeah.
immediately.
$5 million a year. When it comes to ticket sales increased, merch sales, all that stuff, about $5 million a year.
Yeah. So that would be interesting to like.
Yeah.
Put
Now,
that
now you're
somewhere
not
else.
going to get that $5 million. The biggest reason is because Duke has a bigger fan base. They play bigger schools,
Yeah.
so you're not going to get that. But the thing is, it's going to be more revenue for the college, and that's going to help. And it's going to put more names on it. They're going to be more nationally known.
Yeah. And then you got players in the NBA that are talking about not playing
Players
in
or
Orlando.
like,
You got Carmelo. You got Kyrie.
Kyrie's the one that keeps talking.
Kyrie's the latest one who keeps talking.
He set up a Zoom meeting for like, what was it for, like 300 players or 200 players, a Zoom
That's
meeting.
wild.
Could you imagine if someone didn't mute their mic during
Yeah,
that?
like this dude's
This is-
soft. Like,
He's like,
bro.
but I think Austin Rivers hit it around the head. Like, Kyrie, you make more than 99% of the players.
And
like, some of those players need the paycheck.
Ain't he still injured though?
Yeah, he's not even going to
So
play.
it's easy for you to say, "Oh, nah, we good. We, bro, you injured. You
Where's
can't
the
even
we?
contribute. Like, what are you talking about? That's so crazy." But how do you feel about these players? Like, well, it's crazy because you got the top teams. I haven't heard anybody that are really most likely to win talking about sitting out. It's all these bums, you know. No offense. Like
That's accurate, though.
Like Carmelo's talking about it. You got Kyrie talking about it. Like, and then he made that broad connection. I don't know where he got that from, where he was talking about Black lives and playing we're worth more. I'm like, what are you talking about right now? Just, do you want to go to Orlando or not?
Now, not a lot of players, but there's been a handful of players respond to Kyrie that we're doing more for the cause playing.
Yeah.
You know, we're receiving paychecks and we can actually fund with it. But like I said, Kyrie's one of the few that don't need the check.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of players that don't need the check. They're not living check to check, but they're not living like Kyrie.
Yeah, and it's weird. And then I don't know if Dame has simmered down since they're gonna be able to play now. Like, do you know if he's still talking about not playing?
He said he was supposed to.
Yeah,
He's going to
supposed to
play
play,
since
yeah.
apparently they have a shot of making the playoffs, but who knows?
That's
Man.
so crazy.
He needs Carmelo.
You know, I think the players, especially like your Currys and the Clippers players from the Donald Sterling days, the CP3s,
Yeah.
they regret not sitting out that one game right after Donald Sterling. Those tapes came out and they played that playoff game like a day after all that shit happened.
Yeah.
And people are saying that they should have sat out that game. So I feel like now they're trying to be like, all right, guys, let's sit out this one to try to make a statement. When in reality, I feel like it would only hurt them more.
Yeah, and it's not even like I can understand the Donald Sterling because it was immediately talking about the players that were hired to him.
Yeah.
It's not like the coronavirus is out here just killing black people and talking about black people.
Yeah.
I don't see how he connected it. He was like, I don't support going into Orlando. I'm not with the systematic racism and bullshit. Sometimes something smells fishy, whether we want to admit it or not. We're targeted as black men every day. Wake up. Bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
what?
I don't understand.
How do you make the two connections?
Something smells fishy is hilarious.
The only
Like,
I think,
right? That's so random.
I think we talked about it. The only thing I can think of is his mindset is that by doing that, you're going to shift the attention.
How though? I still don't see how it shifts the attention.
You know, it's
because
funny.
sports are going to be back. You're going to talk about sports.
That's true.
Race cars back. Who's talking about race cars?
Shout out to the guy who quit
Yeah.
NASCAR recently.
Like,
He's like, you're taking away my flag, I'm
Mr.
quitting.
Mr. O for 100. Like, okay,
that was
like,
the funniest thing ever.
boy came in super last. Like, what are we
Kenny,
talking about?
Best finish, 33rd.
Yeah, like, okay.
But Kyrie is putting his man Bron in a box right now because now social activist LeBron
Mhm.
would be like, yeah, let's sit out, but
I don't see
LeBron's
the
on that
point,
fourth
though.
ring. He needs it.
Yeah, and I don't see the point of sitting out.
I don't, but
for this.
I mean, I don't like that Kyrie did this because, like Jose was saying, it just creates like an atmosphere where the other stars got to say something. Now they can say they're with Kyrie or against them, but the whole thing is they're gonna be politically correct. They're not gonna say they're against him. They're just gonna say in their own words, "I feel like we should play."
Like,
Yeah, LeBron already came out as like he's like, yeah, I disagree, blah blah blah, all this lawyer speak to try to avoid dissing Kyrie. But
yeah.
we all know a bit back doors. He's pissed as hell.
He's telling Kyrie I'm not gonna use Zoom meeting. Wait, Zoom meeting?
Yeah, he wasn't even included in the
Zoom
meeting. Can you believe that?
Meeting,
LeBron
bruh.
wasn't even on the meeting. The best
Meeting,
player in the
like,
world.
He's probably in the gym working. Like,
Yeah.
come on,
Bro,
bro.
we going back. We have a meeting.
Like, everybody in that Zoom meeting is probably some bums. Was
I'd be
KD in
pissed.
there?
It was him.
Of course he is.
Like,
It was him, KD, and Carmelo running.
so we're gonna give it a few more minutes. Wait for
See who
everybody
else
else to
joins?
get in.
Man, that's crazy. I would feel so disrespected if I didn't get invited if I was LeBron.
Man, I'd be
Yeah.
happy. I don't want to be around that. Like, it don't make no sense.
Yeah, I think it was best for LeBron because at that point, this census was made without him.
Yeah, that's like saying the earth is flat due to systematic oppression. And if you don't believe the earth is flat, you're not like, bro, how are you making
Yeah.
these connections? It's so crazy.
The thing that I think backfired is that because of that, you have these athletes now coming out saying that it's better for the cause if
Yeah.
we play, and that's more logic. They're like, we can put more funding into it now. Like I think their thoughts are better. Like, the way they're thinking is more rational now.
Yeah.
And this is all assuming that the big Rona is not gonna like take over and not allow them to play. Like,
Yeah.
like that they said that the plan was fishy or whatever.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, but
who says that?
yeah, I don't know. Like Harry lives in the 70s apparently.
But like, I wouldn't say Kyrie has a point about it's fishy. He chose the wrong words, but it's what Carmelo said. The NBA has a good idea of when and what, but they're still working out details on who's going to be there, how they're going to be tested. Like, they're still like minor details.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Kyrie was trying to say.
And it's not like they just popped up and said, hey, we're bringing everything back. They said when they suspended it, they're going to try to bring the NBA back. So it's not like he didn't have time to say all this. It's like as soon as they start firming up details, now he wants to be against it.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
And they also said that the NBA expects that next season is going to be played without fans too. So
Yeah.
let's all remember that.
Yeah. That's gonna be super. Like that's gonna be boring.
Hey, I'm just gonna say now, I don't think Greg Popovich should go to this.
Yeah,
no.
He says 71. Your team's not gonna make it anyways. Your best player is not gonna be there. Just let Becky Hammond coach. You're 71. Take a break.
Good Duncan coach.
Okay. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, I don't know. And then like next year, that's crazy, man. I feel like we watching 2K. Someone's gonna have like
live
someone's gonna have a little media board. And they're gonna do like the applause and everything. They're like, okay, applause.
It's like watching Gamer with Gerard Butler. It's just weird, Yeah. Live basketball.
The good thing about this is that if we get the mics close to the court and we actually do play, we're gonna hear some shit talk. That'd be good.
They talked about that during. Well, they didn't really talk about doing it, but for football, they talked about miking up the players, but everybody was against it because they be cussing, so you can't really like censor them.
Well, let me tell you, it's going to be a lot worse than the NBA cussing wise. Plus, a bunch of the NFL noises would be like, just a bunch of grunting.
Like, you grabbed me.
Well, right now they only mic up in the NFL 2 per game, 1 per team, right? Or that's only on certain networks.
I think it's like 1 person per team, and the only good like result to that, and it's not even a good result. Sam Darnold getting caught saying that he was seeing ghosts, the only memorable clip.
I remember that.
How do you think, speaking of Kyrie, where do you think Kyrie would be if LeBron never came back to Cleveland? Like, what type of player do you think he would be seen as? Like a Dame?
He's not better than Dame.
Like a Iverson?
He's better than Dame.
I'll tell you right now, if you give me a team and you say I want Kyrie or Dame to lead this team, I'm picking Dame every single time, no question.
Okay, you're talking
It's
about
less
leadership skills. We're talking about
I'm
pure
talking
talent.
Either way, I mean, that's a part of it.
Pure talent. You don't think he's better
I think Damian Lillard is better.
off of pure talent?
Yes.
You just asked him that.
Nah. Want to make sure he understood because I don't like his answer.
I mean,
I promise you, I'll keep repeating the same answer if you keep asking me the same question.
I mean, you can't say like Dame's a closer too, just like Kyrie. He has handles. He can pull up from three. Like
he's led a team by himself and taken them through the playoffs.
He's not super injury prone. Like there are some pluses for Dame though.
The only bad thing about Dame's getting paid like $60 billion now from Portland, but I mean,
it depends on who you ask.
Yeah, that's a good point. See,
like,
do you have any response, Roy? We put you in a box.
Yeah,
right
like
now.
what's my box man?
What's
I'll take Kyrie over.
Why would you go
He's
with
a
Kyrie?
better basketball player.
What makes you think that?
Pure talent. He's better handles. Pure talent. Pure talent.
Roy, I love it. He's a better basketball player. He can dribble better.
He can.
Pure talent.
Pure talent.
He can dribble better.
Pure talent, man. Kyrie, he can dribble better, but can he pass better? Can he shoot better? No. Can he defend better? No.
Can he take a hit? Like, what are we talking about?
Can he stay on the court? No.
Can he not like demoralize his own team? Like,
can he not stay in one city for his whole career? No, of course not.
He's always unhappy.
He is always unhappy though.
I mean, you're arguing against yourself.
They're literally calling him the disruptor.
He needs to find his happy place like Jimmy Butler did.
Happy place.
Like Jimmy Butler
did. He
did.
He founded the Nets, and now he wants everyone else to stop playing basketball.
Now it's time to play. Now he's not happy anymore. Like
he's not even gonna.
Like wait a second. I like when we weren't playing.
Yeah, boy, he's glorified furloughed. Like what are we doing? Like
taking notes from Kawhi.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say. Now, who do you dislike more now, Kyrie or Kawhi?
Like I would go Kyrie. At least Kawhi.
I never disliked Kawhi.
At least Kawhi like knows what he is. He doesn't try to like say don't play. You know,
Kawhi is in the contract. 20 games missed.
Yeah, Kawhi got all the purple mattresses. Like he's set. Like he knows his lane. Kyrie he's reckless.
And Kawhi, we never hear Kawhi speak. Could you imagine? Like I wouldn't be surprised at all if he was like, "Oh, word, we're coming back." I didn't even know. I don't check social media.
Like how many days I get off for that? Like.
Damn, I thought I was just resting right now. We canceled the season.
Everybody's resting.
I can see that. So furlough's over. So now I got to use PTO.
That's wild. And then like Carmelo, like, how do you feel about Carmelo not wanting to play?
No, he didn't say that. He said he doesn't know yet. He's waiting on details.
He doesn't want to.
Okay, he said he needs the specifics.
Yeah.
Like what do you think's missing?
He might, and it's probably details that won't come out to us. Like, is everyone going to be tested that's there?
They said that.
Is the staff or like because they're going to be in hotels? How are they going to get their food? Like maybe he's germaphobe. You never know. Like you don't know.
All right, don't eat then.
Hey, Carmelo, let me just say this: if Carmelo wants to stay, just stay. We don't need you, Carmelo. It's
Portland
fine.
needs him. Don't say that.
I say it again.
He says Portland doesn't need him at all.
Like, bro, we fought for you. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what the hell,
wait.
Carmelo? We told you we got you signed.
They didn't fight for him. They decided he was.
Everybody
available.
was like, Carmelo needs to play. Everybody was like, all these bums and Carmelo's not playing.
Carmelo was like, Kaepernick 2.0.
Yes, everybody was capping for Carmelo. How you forget that,
bro? No, Carmelo had no contract and Portland gave it to him. They weren't fighting.
Let me tell you, we were fighting for that contract, and now he's just like, you know what, guys, I'm good here.
I need to know a little more. All right, bro. I see where this is going.
If you don't want to play, you don't want to play.
just fucking go sit with Kyrie.
co-host of the meeting.
Yeah, have fun on the Zoom.
They're gonna have their own show during the game.
Yeah, it's so dumb. And then you got Fight Island. I like where the UFC is going with this. They're calling it Fight Island. I thought it was just going to be like their own private island, but they're apparently like leasing space.
They rented
Dubai.
it from Abu Dhabi.
Yaz Abu Dhabi.
That's dope. Like I love the whole concept.
Did you hear the details on it? 10 square miles are gonna block off.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah,
10 square miles.
It makes sense because they were like that city or country, whatever you want to call it, they were having trouble with like tourists. So it makes sense that they can just rent it out. Yeah. It compensates for the lack of tourism, you know? So, but man, that's a great place to fight.
Could you imagine a year ago telling yourself, yeah, the UFC is going to have to be forced to have a fight island because of a disease that took over everywhere?
It was really interesting hearing White talk because he said another reason a lot of people are not thinking about is that I can continue having fights the way we are, but because of all these travel restrictions,
He can't get him in.
I'm
and
burning
stuff.
out my U.S. fighters.
Yeah,
And he's like, this way I can actually fight more of my international fighters.
yeah. Which
That
is
was
cool.
interesting because I didn't think about that aspect
No,
until he said it.
he's pretty good. I like listening to him in interviews because it doesn't seem like he like hides the truth or anything when it comes to most topics.
He reminds me a little bit of Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
They're cut from the same cloth.
exactly. And like, could you imagine like watching Mortal Kombat that one day we'd be seeing like a Fight Island
right?
in real life?
He did say the octagon was on the beach.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like, I wonder if it's gonna be like a tent because I'd imagine it will get hot. You know, is it gonna be like
What if it rains?
Yeah, is it gonna be in the open or are they gonna have like a covering and you have like sand and stuff?
Pretty sure it's gonna be.
You can tell me
It's just
anything.
gonna be
And
an
I believe
octagon
it.
on the beach. It's it. Like,
Like,
what do you mean? They're
I
not gonna
mean-
wrestle on the beach. Ain't
It sounds good to look at, but if I'm fighting, I don't want the sun like getting in my eye and then I get hit. You
Yeah,
know?
could you imagine if
bro?
someone-
They're not gonna do this at high noon?
Could you imagine if someone's like, I can't.
Yeah,
Right. Like, what are we doing? It's high noon. Like, what are you
like
talking
who's the best high noon fighter of all time?
Yeah.
Like that's
I want
crazy.
this. I want it to be fought on the beach. I want there to be torches along the walkway as
Right?
you go.
That's
I want
what
this to be
Mortal
like the
Kombat,
Survivor.
right? That's
Yeah, I
so
want it. I want
crazy.
the better it looks. Like the more Survivor, the more Mortal Kombat, the
And-
better.
They're gonna drag away the loser.
Yeah. What if it's like a windy day and like sand gets in your eye and now you're like fighting two things? Like
Oh, do you remember Bloodsport when he throws them in
vaguely,
there?
yeah.
Kumite.
That's something like if I'm a fighter,
All right, you heard this. You gotta start blind. You know,
Right.
blindfold yourselves.
Like,
Practice.
that's something if I'm a fighter, I would take the Carmelo approach. I need to know the details, you know? Like that's something I need to know the specifics on. But yeah, I'd still watch. Have you seen any on the Fight Island yet? Because I know they had a Fight Island somewhere else.
I think they start in like mid-July. Is it when
Okay.
when
It
the
was,
that series
it's
starts?
the July 11th is the first one.
Okay, man, that's gonna look good.
Pub Sports Radio is also selling Fight Island shirts. Go
Oh,
buy
nice.
yours now.
What color
That
are
was
they?
quick.
Oh, you guys want to see them? I'll give you a sneak preview right now.
Yeah, that'd be dope. And then, oh, here we go.
Look very nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
blue.
Talking hands. I like that.
Get yours today on the Pub Sports Radio shop right now.
That shirt's a baby small. It's definitely Roy's size.
It's a medium.
Yeah,
husky.
that's his workout shirt. That's what I thought.
I'm ready for Fight Island.
And then you have with the fighters, it's crazy because you have Jose Masvidal
Mhm.
and John Jones. Apparently, they're arguing about their contract negotiations, right?
I think it's stupid that they're arguing about it 1 year into signing it.
Yeah, that's
Like
wild.
you just signed it. Like this isn't 4 years down the road where
Yeah.
you're not happy anymore. You literally signed it last year. Like, why are you arguing about it? Like you're just in it.
Did you watch Jose's Masvidal's side?
I didn't watch his. I watched Dana White's, and then
Yeah, I watched Dana White's.
and then I read what
John Jones.
John Jones said.
I haven't seen what he said, but so Dana White was what you were saying, basically saying like, why are we renegotiating like 1 year in, and he's incurring a lot of costs and stuff, but he's still paying them without like trying to get them to negotiate their deal, you know?
Yeah,
And then Jose Masvidal's side basically is kind of like Conor McGregor's. He wants like a piece of like
pay-per-view,
percentages and stuff like that. So like,
Now,
bro,
to be fair, compared to sports, compared to all major sports, they don't get paid a lot.
it's whose
don't.
fault is that
They
though?
don't.
Like, if you wanted more money, why would you sign the contract that
No,
you got?
I agree. I'm
you
just
know?
saying from their point of view, for major sports, they do not get paid a lot. They're not on any type of list for most paid.
They're not unionized. MMA fighters aren't unionized.
Yeah.
They don't get an even revenue split. They get like an 80-16 revenue, whatever it is, revenue
What-
split. It's crazy. They
If
don't
they
get
don't
paid shit.
now. But on the other side, you're at sign the contract. Why'd you sign it?
Yeah.
If you're so unhappy with it, why'd you sign it?
Like, that's one of those things where it's hard for me to like try to fight
but
for
you were
you.
with like Meg Thee Stallion on it.
Yeah, because when she signed it, it wasn't like the next year she was complaining. She signed it when she was young.
So
and
if they did this 3 years down the road, you'd be okay with it.
what do you mean?
Like complaining about their contract 3 years down the road.
2 years? Yeah, if they've shown okay, so when Meg signed it, she was like underground. She was just getting started. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? She put in work. She showed that she's an artist that's
Mhm.
worth negotiating a contract with. They sign a contract the next year, they're already negotiating. Like, has their brand really gone up since then? You know? John
mean,
Jones is like
Their brand definitely didn't go up, and not is not on their fault of their own. It's because of this pandemic stuff. Like no one's brand has gone up.
Exactly. So why are you trying to what are you renegotiating for? Nothing's changed since last year.
I don't know. I know Jones' contract was for 8 fights. I don't know what
That's
the
a
other
lot of
contract
fights.
was.
He's got to lose one of the fights. Like I'd be so mad.
He'll do something to get himself out of the fight, so he won't lose them. That's mind game.
Test
That's-
positive somewhere.
He's got to test positive for
somewhere.
something.
Somewhere is a test positive.
That's wild.
He's gonna blame the sand. It was the
Yeah.
sand.
Like it
The
looked like
water in Abu
cocaine. I
Dhabi,
thought
dog.
it was white sand, not cocaine. But yeah, it's crazy. So where do you think the UFC like ranks with sports anyway? Because it's still growing. You got to take that into account. So there's a lot of overhead for them.
Like you rank in what? Like viewership.
Is it a major
like, what
sport?
do you mean? Yeah,
Is
it's a
it?
major sport.
Would you say it's more popular than baseball now?
I don't think so.
Because baseball, of course, is taking hits recently because the players don't want to go on the field and owners don't want to give them a fair deal and all that
Nobody
stuff.
wants to play no more.
So,
I would say like based on UFC is pretty level right now.
and that's huge for the UFC because
I
they
definitely-
just started.
No,
I definitely don't see that.
I do because for baseball, the only reason baseball would have a larger audience is because it's a full season. But no one really talks about baseball till All-Star break. After that,
Or like World
some-
Series.
yeah, like October. You don't do that. And for UFC, they have pay-per-view every month.
Yeah,
or
but
more
it's
than
not
once.
like they have like these knockout pay-per-views. It has to be like a big card, like McGregor.
No, but that's the whole point. What they're doing is they're remaining consistent by putting on these pay-per-view. They understand they're not going to have like those knockout pay-per-views every month, but they're consistent by putting these pay-per-views. That means fans are going to be more familiar with more and more of the fighters.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that that's why they're bigger than baseball, though.
I didn't say bigger.
I thought you did.
I said they're on the same level of baseball. I wouldn't say one is more than the
Oh
other.
my god, you didn't pick a side. You're always on the
No,
fence,
not for
sitting.
that.
Fence
bro.
sitting.
They're
He's
both
a fenceman.
they're both the same right now.
Who would you say is more popular? Who would you say is more known in the U.S.? Mike Trout or Conor McGregor?
I would say Conor McGregor.
I think it's Conor pretty easily.
I think Connor's more. Yeah, and that's because of Floyd.
Mike Trout or John
Is it
Jones?
though?
That's because of Floyd.
Mike Trout or John Jones?
Ooh,
Mike Trout.
I think that was even.
I think it's Jones.
No, I think it's Trout.
I think it's Jones. Might be for the wrong
I see-
reasons,
Yeah.
but
I see
Yeah.
Mike Trout more commercials.
who?
well, I mean,
You see who?
when do you ever
Mike
see
Trout?
a UFC fighter in a commercial?
That's my
Yeah,
point. I mean,
McGregor?
he has more
Unless
exposure.
it's their own tequila. That they're
Yeah,
selling.
he literally has to make his own shit to get
Yeah.
a commercial.
Yeah.
Which
Mike
is-
Trout just copping for Subway.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People know him more because he's on commercials.
So that kind of like goes against your point. Baseball got more endorsements. UFC doesn't. Like, I'm just.
I think it's
saying.
base. I think baseball still has the lead. But,
I think baseball.
How
is
big
too.
you think the lead is?
Well, it depends because baseball's really shitting down their
handsome
leg
lead.
right now. I think it's a pretty large lead, but
think
like
it's a
say
handsome
hypothetically
lead.
they don't play this year, but I think they are. If they don't play, then I think the UFC would keep growing and might catch them depending on if no one else wants to play sports and the UFC is still doing their thing.
UFC or tennis?
UFC.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, people
Yeah.
would rather see. It's the thing. Matt Killerman always says that if there's a baseball game on the street, if there's a tennis match on the street, if there's a fight on the street, people will always go
Yeah.
see the fight over the baseball game and tennis match.
Yep.
Golf or UFC?
Old white people like golf.
Unless Tiger Woods is playing, it's UFC.
I think it's golf. There was a golf event
Hmm.
today, and there's a UFC event today, right now, actually.
Really?
I-
That's a great comparison then.
Yeah. So I
Golf's gonna be done before UFC goes on. What are you
This
talking
guy,
about?
he's a hater.
who would you say is more okay? We'll play this game again. John Jones or Jordan Spieth?
I don't even
Jones.
know who that is.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's the
Definitely.
answer.
Is Jordan still ranked top 5 in the world?
I'm not sure. I'm not a big golf guy. I think Brooks Koepka is number 1 though. That's all I
Hmm.
can tell you.
UFC or NASCAR?
UFC.
UFC.
Even with
Homeboy leaving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. 0 for 33.
I didn't even know who that Bubba
Man, they're
guy
gonna
was
miss him.
either.
They're gonna miss him.
Bubba Wallace. Yeah. Shout
Yeah.
out to him.
I was like, hey, who used to be in the back of us? Like, where'd that guy go?
Who's he talking? He's talking for us?
Wait a second.
Like, I don't even know who you are, kid. That's crazy. And then you have switching to football. I feel like we don't talk a lot about football anymore.
They're
Oh,
the
I
ones
was
making
gonna say
the least
we talk
noise.
about one subject every
Yeah.
show, and I was gonna say, are we gonna talk about it
Like,
again?
Nah, like,
but football's making the least noise right now.
yeah.
Well, they're
it's so
going.
sad.
They're business as usual. I'll tell you right now,
This
they're the
happened in
most
their off season.
they're the most conservative owner group, so they're
Yeah.
playing regardless, no matter what.
Oh yeah.
Aaron Rodgers was not ranked top 50. Do you think that's
Of
a
all
travesty?
players,
Yeah.
That's insane.
he's top 50.
That's
He's a top 5 quarterback.
That's a lot of players to put above him.
I want to know who is like. I know we can't go through the list, but I want to know.
There's probably some ESPN chicanery to get people to
Wait,
talk
is this
about
all
it.
time or active?
I think it's active. So I'll go through the
Damn,
first.
he's not top 50 active.
Who put this list out?
This one was on Pro. This is Skip Bayless's favorite
Oh
site,
no.
Pro Football Focus.
Oh no.
I finally went to that website. This is my first time checking them out.
They're really good for fantasy though.
Definitely, Skip loves them when it proves his point. But yeah,
When it doesn't, they didn't write
he's
nothing
like,
about
yeah,
it.
we're not talking about that guy.
Pro Football Focus. What? What's
yeah,
that?
like I don't even know who they
They're
are.
not focused right now.
So okay, I'm gonna go through the first 8 and tell me if Aaron Rodgers
These are the
is better.
top 10.
I'll go. All right, I'll go
Okay.
for top 10. Aaron Donald,
Okay,
That's fair.
that's fair.
Patrick Mahomes.
That's fair.
Which is weird. They had Aaron Donald above Patrick Mahomes.
Well, he technically is the better player, but Mahomes is
Yeah.
by far the most important player. So I guess that's how they'll do it.
Julio Jones was 3rd.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Quentin Nelson of the Colts.
That's fine.
George Kittle.
He's
I
number
guess.
5.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know. I mean, he's
Okay, our legs are getting shaky, so obviously that's not a good one.
I mean, he's
My
top,
legs are in fact shaky.
He's top 10, 15.
Is he above Aaron Rodgers or not?
No, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I'd rather have Rodgers.
Michael Thomas, number 6.
I think Michael Thomas
Yeah.
is better than Julio. So
Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
Yes. I think he's better than Rodgers.
wow.
You think so?
Yeah. Right
I
now,
think they're pretty
yes.
close.
Right now, yeah, I say Russell's better.
Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
I'd take Lamar.
Yeah.
Lamar won the MVP last year.
He's a little more well-rounded. Got the legs. Pause. DeAndre Hopkins is number 9.
I think DeAndre Hopkins is better than Julio too. Damn, what is this?
Julio's up there high.
Yeah, Julio's up there really high.
Wasn't it last year you got what, 1 touchdown or 2 or something?
Man, Michael Thomas literally broke the record for most receptions ever in a season last year, and he's not even number 3.
Yeah.
Damn.
Definitely looking at his career.
Do you have DeAndre Hopkins above Aaron Rodgers or not?
No.
Yes.
No.
Really? You sure?
For right now, no.
Okay. Christian McCaffrey was number 10.
That's no, thank you. We don't put running backs on our top 10. There's no
I don't
way.
care what name, who it was,
Yeah.
no running backs.
No running back is in my top 10 or 25.
And then bonus was number 11, Drew Brees. Which is
That's
which is
insane.
wild.
Dude.
He was
That
number
is
11.
crazy.
If Drew Brees is on there, Aaron Rodgers needs to be on there.
Yeah, Drew Brees is half the quarterback Aaron Rodgers is now.
Yeah, he's like 90%.
And
of
plus,
Aaron
we all know
Rodgers.
where Drew Brees lies now.
Yeah.
Drew Brees exposed himself.
Poor
recently.
guy. Do you think he's gonna retire
Who?
He's retiring after this year.
sooner
Yeah,
than
after
later?
this year. After this year.
Man, people, I'm going to tell you, those defensive lines
It's
are
gonna be
coming.
rough.
They're coming for that ass.
I'm predicting the injury. Like he's gonna snap something up.
He's very injury prone. I mean,
Oh, it's
and he's old.
it's just got worse now.
yeah, the offensive line, the first game, the offensive line just going to forget to block a
Yeah.
couple plays.
Like I got a cramp, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my bad, Drew.
Reminds me of
Shouldn't have said that shit.
What movie was that? With Adam Sandler and
yeah,
they don't block for
longest
him?
yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
And he-
same
And he's
shit.
like, I'll do this myself.
And then Drew's going to try to do that and fucking shatter a rib.
That's
I don't
crazy.
need you.
That's wild. So, what team not named the Chiefs or Tampa would pass on Aaron Rodgers right now that you can think of
That would not pass.
that would pass on Aaron Rodgers?
Maybe, like as Roy said, the Seahawks, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, Baltimore would pass on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Baltimore would. Reigning MVP.
So, a handful of teams,
I was about
Hold
to say,
on.
yeah, literally like 5
Yeah,
teams,
bro.
maybe.
and he's not even top 50.
Yeah, that's wild.
That doesn't make sense.
That's Pro Football Focus trying to get the clicks right.
I mean,
Yeah.
team wise, like what team needs them? What team would pass on them? The Saints would pass them because they have Drew Brees.
you know what? I
They
think Aaron Rodgers is double the quarterback, like
He's
I just
on
No,
said.
his
but I think
last
team
leg,
wise,
though.
they would pass on them just because of the team.
Out of respect, like
Maybe,
why?
yeah, maybe out of respect.
Yeah.
But if we're talking better players,
Because that's not a major upgrade.
Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
I think it is.
isn't Drew Brees more. I look at injury prone more than anything, especially if you're like a top talent quarterback.
Hey, best ability is availability. Roy's in a box. Now.
No, I think the Saints would pass up on Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
That's just out of respect, though.
Out of respect, and also I feel like they would achieve the same with Drew Brees if they do Aaron Rodgers.
How far? So how far do you think the Saints are going to go this year? Then
They'll probably be
second round playoffs.
I don't think they're beating Tampa.
you love Tampa. Oh, is that your team this year?
Yeah, I go with Brady.
Okay.
You know, he
Hey,
follows
hey,
the stars.
Roy, remember that.
He
Mark
follows
that down.
Bro,
Yeah.
he's gonna change it. He's gonna say I didn't say it.
Well, okay. Well, I'm
What are
telling
you
you,
talking
Mark,
about?
write it down.
I never flake.
What
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
all right.
I make my prediction at the beginning of the year and I stick with it. You can't
You
say
make
I
a
ever
prediction
flake.
in the playoff. You make
When
a prediction
did
at
I
the
flake?
final game.
That was like 3 seasons ago. I was
Okay.
getting my legs underneath me.
He was getting his sea legs.
Yeah,
you know?
now I've committed to my teams. Like I pick a team at the beginning of the year and I don't flake.
Okay.
I was the Patriots last year, and
See a trend here. But
we had
okay.
to leave because we weren't getting respected. So
we weren't getting the love we deserved, and we went to Tampa.
Yeah.
The weather's better.
absolutely. And then you got Speak for Yourself. They got a new co-host. That was quick. Like we were just talking about
that was
them.
quick. Do you think it happened? It just kind of
They've been planning for this.
Well, I think they're planning to sign him, and I think it just kind of worked out that they had a spot and they knew where to put him now. Because
Yeah.
it was planned for him to sign for a little bit.
I feel like they were counting down the days to get Whitlock out of there.
They're going with Emmanuel Echo.
Acho,
Acho, that's how you pronounce
he's
it.
former University of Texas Longhorn.
Like I've
He
seen
played for the Eagles.
I've seen his takes. He's not that interesting to me. Like he doesn't like.
Would
I
you
would-
rather have him or Whitlock?
Whitlock.
I go Whitlock just
Wow.
But I think
it's
Whit-
because Whitlock's more interesting. Like he says stuff that gets you like either on his side or against them.
But
Yeah,
I-
and
but I
most of
think-
the time it's against.
I
him.
think he
Yeah.
needs, I think he needs a little time. I think Emmanuel's going to get better with Marcellus over time, and they're going to have a good chemistry.
Marcellus Wiley's definitely going to be like the head of the show now.
Yeah,
Yes.
without a doubt. Yeah.
That is. I guarantee you, we see Whitlock on Fox News.
Yeah, I could see that. He don't even need to do sports. Like he definitely has the chops.
So
for
they're
it.
doing. How's the weather today?
Hey, God. He has that little slushy thing in his voice too. I hate that.
It's gonna rain.
Yeah.
I feel like we have to hit a quota of talking about Dak Prescott at least once on every episode.
Yeah.
That's your quote.
So have you guys ever seen
They're
the
going to the
video of
Jets.
Dak in Florida getting his ass pummeled?
Whoa.
Yeah,
What are you talking
yeah.
about? You gotta
No,
like,
pause.
clarify
Was
that.
that on-
I guess while he was at Mississippi
It
State,
must have been on your site.
yes,
No, that didn't
Why-
come across my radar.
while Dak Prescott was at Mississippi State, he went to Florida for spring break and got jumped. And there's a video of it. And let me tell you, it is hilarious.
He got beat up.
Yes, he
Oh,
got.
wow.
And the dudes are like half his
It was
size. let me tell you, and
guy.
what it's hilarious.
And you still want to give him $200 million?
I was about to tell you, I can't pay him now.
Like,
I can't.
did it
If-
look like he wanted it? Like, was he fighting
When
him
he
off?
wanted
Like,
Let me tell you, it was like half.
He's like, let it happen.
like
It's like you get teleported like halfway through, and you just see Dak Prescott on the ground just getting
really?
dog.
Was he like trying to get up?
Just
was he
why
like,
don't you give it a quick Google search real fast. Look, Dak Prescott.
What do you got to search? Dak
break.
getting whooped.
I mean,
That too. Actually, I guarantee it's gonna come in.
Dak
because I saw
Florida
like,
spring break.
I saw
Keywords.
I saw little pictures of AD in the locker room when they were like messing with his bum, but like I don't know if is it the same thing? Like,
Let me tell you, you get transported in.
AD
it's
was
half-
smiling. Dak wasn't.
No,
Yeah.
Dak was getting his ass kicked.
oh wow, yeah, it's during the daytime.
Oh yeah, no.
There's
And
a lot of
could
people
you
there
could you
in that
imagine
locker
your starting quarterback getting his ass kicked and no one helping him at all?
Like,
If that's Tom Brady, you think no one's gonna jump in and help Tom Brady
But
out?
no one's gonna jump Tom Brady.
yeah,
Hey,
Tom
who-
Brady's
who's
pretty
to say? No one-
untouchable.
I thought no one was gonna jump Dak Prescott, but
I mean-
obviously he's susceptible. And this is why I think he donated.
Oh,
$1
he
million.
had the rainbow shorts.
Bro, where is he shirtless?
Yeah,
Wait,
yes,
are you
he-
sure
yes.
he didn't want it? Like, wait a minute.
I'm telling. He
There's a
probably
lot-
did want. He
there
got
was
his
a lot
ass
of-
kicked.
Canisters by him, you know.
Dang, how do you
Yeah,
figure?
how many
oh,
people were there?
I was like, how do they figure I was that guy? There's a
Is he
picture.
flexing?
Yeah, he's like,
It's that.
He's
Let me tell
flexing
you.
that blood. He's
look,
like,
look what they did to me.
So yeah, I can't
Like
pay
my
Dak
tattoos.
anymore, unfortunately.
That's crazy. I don't know. Was there sound? Was he like yelling? Did he say like help?
No, you just. I would downgrade him if he was yelling that. Help, police, help!
What do you yell when you're getting jumped? Like stop.
No,
Please,
the video. All you hear in the video, the guy with the taking the video is like, "Damn! Oh shit! Dak's getting his ass kicked."
Stop recording. Get help.
Yeah, so I decided if your starting
Who's that?
quarterback gets jumped on video, I can't sign you. Sorry,
Man, there's
that's
nothing
just
like
one of my
a,
commandments.
There's nothing like a good
he's the
jumping.
only
like,
one in there without a shirt too.
Yeah.
He
Like,
definitely wanted the smoke.
I mean,
I bet you think you could take those guys.
he's like, where did they? Oh, that's where it's. All right, take my shirt. Like, whoa.
Tattoos didn't help.
Did he go in on his knees? Like, how do you fall down so quick? That's
He
wild.
took that 1-2 combo right in the chin.
Nah, it was a flip flop. He tripped.
Yeah,
No, that would be. I would laugh my ass off. You just see Dak fighting and he slips
he
on his
tripped over the
flip-flops.
thongs. Like that's crazy. I don't know. Yeah,
I just wanted to let you guys know that Dak Prescott, a starting quarterback in the NFL, got his ass whooped one day on video.
he got beat up. That's wild. Well, how long were you sitting on this? Did you come like to?
No,
this
I just think about this like
He's
every like once a week.
He's like,
I
how
think
am I
about
gonna
it.
bring Dak up?
Nope.
I need to figure. Yeah.
I just feel like more people should know that Dak Prescott got jumped on camera, and you should see it. It's hilarious.
So you're switching your answer now. You're not gonna pay him.
I'm still gonna pay him, but it's still it's hilarious. It's still hilarious.
But remember, this proves he needs a line.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
needs a
course,
line.
all quarterbacks do because he's gonna get his
It's
ass
wild.
kicked. Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that this happened one day, and just remember when he donates $1 million to the police for police training, that's why he needed the police right there, and they weren't there.
Like, where were your antennas?
Yeah, I'll give you $1 million to let this never happen again.
I asked for help.
Ask for help. And then before we wrap up, a couple more topics. Just wanted to bring to y'all attention. There's a place on Earth called the gayest place on Earth. There was an episode on Vice. Where was that at? Where was that
Vice has some like crazy stuff. Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah. Province. There's not even a D, but you want to add a D.
Yeah.
Pause. Provincetown, Rhode Island, I guess, is apparently, according to Vice, as of June 10th, the gayest place on Earth. And like, yeah, I don't know how this came across. I think I was watching like Checkers on YouTube.
Were you watching the credit card scam, Vice?
I think so, and this was suggested. But yeah, you were saying they have like
The video is funny.
it's like under a pier. There's like a boom boom room.
Yeah. No, it was an alley because it was under the pier. So, bruh.
Check it out if you have some. Well,
It was the video was interesting because it was some dude like participating in the events to see like what it was,
he
and
was a straight dude. Too.
yeah, and Scrawny's great dude. So
Yeah, everybody in this video, like in the opening credits, is huge. Pause. Like, and they got all mustaches and beards. Like they got Harleys outside. That's wild. But yeah, if you got some time, definitely stumble across it because you don't want to be saying you came across it on purpose.
like
But
Chris,
yeah, it's an interesting watch. And then how do you feel about people like talks about defunding the police? Speaking of Dak giving the police money.
to me, it's more of like I don't want to hear talks about the defunding unless I hear it talks. Where's the funding going?
Yeah.
Like where are we going with the funding? Like to me, that's more. Okay, you want to defund? Okay, before like I jump on board with that, where's the money going?
Yeah.
Like I want to know where it's going first.
I definitely I agree with the whole movement of policing the police, but I don't really agree with defunding the police because to me it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah. Well, you can shift the funding as in it's still towards the police, but in different areas that can help improve what needs to be improved.
Yeah,
I think they have a slogan problem because people at the outset they're gonna be like defund the police
because that
and
literally
they're gonna
means to take money away from
Yeah.
the whole program.
If
they think
shifted
it's like a zero, just take all of their money
Yeah.
away, and we're gonna live in lawlessness. If there was like a catchier slogan, then hey, take some of this money that they're getting and put it into other things, then maybe it would work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's what I'm saying. Like you see this trend going on, but no one knows like, okay, what do you want to do with the money? As long as it's not going there. No, that's not the answer. Like,
yeah, I don't.
you
agree
need to
with that.
know what we're doing with it.
It's-
Like if it's not going anywhere else, that means it's just more into pockets of the people that shouldn't get it in the first place.
Yeah, I could agree with adjusting the police.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's not a catchy slogan though. Chris.
Exactly.
There you go.
I don't know, but like maybe reforming the whole like training of the police. That's good. Like taking away
because that
certain,
costs money.
Yeah,
to
taking
do all
away techniques that they use on people. Like the whole reforming, I think is better idea
Mhm.
than just saying. I think defunding is more of like an emotional thing
Yeah.
because of what's going on. You're upset, but I think if you rearrange where the money goes and put it towards, I can't even say put it towards police training because at the end of the day, I don't even think that they're going to be doing
I
that.
think it's just towards program that would help what we're trying to do.
Yeah. And then they have I read somewhere where there's like little programs where people, instead of the police going out there, they go out there on their behalf to like talk to people that are like child services and stuff. To me, I think that's more dangerous because you don't really have anything to protect yourself if it goes a
Yeah.
different way, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't think we should.
Because I mean, regardless of what's going on, there's situations where it is dangerous. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they need some type of training.
Yeah. So I definitely disagree with us having to do the police's job in order for them to act appropriate. But I do agree with definitely adjusting how the police carry themselves, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah. And then I think that's pretty much it. Oh, also, yeah, a couple more things. Netflix is adding a Black Lives Matter genre to its collection.
Yeah.
Like, that's so silly, in my opinion. But whenever they do, what are some movies you'd like to see on there? And I guess tread lightly. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean,
Ali? Malcolm X.
Ali's
Denzel?
good.
Yeah, that's good.
What's the one, The Hurricane? That was a good movie. With
That's-
Denzel
I think
Washington.
the Green
That's
Book was
basically-
about
That was
race.
his Ali, basically.
Well, it was a good movie
Yeah,
too.
that was a good
It
movie.
was a little long too, but it was good.
It was a biography.
Let me see. That movie they have with American Son is really good.
Is it called American Son?
It's with Kerry Washington.
I haven't seen it.
That one's good. I don't know.
I know some movies that I don't want to see on there. Harriet. I don't want to see The Help. I don't want to see The Butler.
You think then at that point they're just like, I don't know what's the word, like, I don't know what's the word. I know what you're saying, like why you wouldn't want to see that.
Yeah, I don't want to see those because those aren't uplifting black genre movies, you know?
Mhm.
I mean, I'd be okay with Django. I would take that. That's a gray area movie, but I'll put that on there. But I just want to see some
all the episodes of Fresh Prince and Martin.
Yeah, Boondocks, you got to get the rights to that. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see some good black shows on that genre if they really do go through with it, if they haven't already. That would be dope.
I was looking at that section because it was like the main thing. It looks like if you went to like just say American Son or that, it looks like if it's just showing you like the more movies like this.
Yeah.
That's all it's like looks like.
Yeah, they should, if they're gonna do it, they should definitely do it all the way. Don't just beat around the bush.
Yeah, it looks like they put keywords and whatever pops
Yeah,
up.
basically.
All right, these
Like they-
pops up show up in here now.
Like they have no black people in their department. Like it's not that hard to find good classics to put on there. But and then the last thing I wanted to talk about was that there's this melanated app that's available. It's kind of like Facebook, but it's more like black centered, I guess. It's cool. Have you tried it yet? Have you downloaded it?
No.
It's not ready yet, so it's not legit.
I looked at it,
Yeah.
and first of all, you had to search both words for it to pop up.
Yeah.
Like you had to put app for it to actually pop up.
Yes.
And then I was looking at the screenshots. I'm like, this looks very early stages.
Yes, it definitely is. Like I tried it on my phone and then I looked at some of the comments. They were like, you got to use it on a computer to get it. And it's a good idea just to check out, definitely, but it's not ready. It's not ready yet.
Now, also not counter that, but there is a new music app that a lot of people are talking about. It's
Oh.
called Music Board.
I like that name.
So I jumped on it. I need to create like an account. Basically, it's just like social media, but it's all about music. So you create your favorites and then you have friends based on favorites. It has like it's gonna have rankings of albums from all the users. They're gonna rank their albums and then like connect you. So it's basically just be a music social media.
So you can like add friends and stuff kinda
Based
like
on
Facebook
that,
and
yeah.
stuff?
You can have friends
Huh.
and then it'll show you friend suggestions, but instead of like Facebook shows you friend suggestions based on who you're friends with,
Yeah.
this shows you friend suggestions about how many albums you have in common that you like. Because you create
Ah.
a profile of artists and albums you like.
I wonder how you can like DM some chick, like slide in her DMs based on like your music. Like, I saw you like Kevin Gates. You want me to eat the booty? Like, what does that mean? Like, are these like sending mixed signals for people? Like, how does flirting work on that app? You know?
But also it is in the very like early stages because it just started trending. And then I downloaded it's still very early stages.
Yeah.
But that's something that for me I would be interested in because it's basically like a step up from like forums, music forums.
yeah, and that's cool because it gets like conversations going that you can't. It's hard to find like music conversation with other people. But yeah, where can people check us out, Roy?
YouTube, Spotify, Pub Sports. Check us out too. We go live on their app. So download their app. You can hear us live. And then check us out on IG, Turn Up the Mic Podcast, and on Facebook.
Definitely check us out on YouTube as well. Get engaged. We'll check y'all out later.